You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And it's time to find out what is going on. What's up with Nick Poliokini, who joins me in studio. Nick, it's good to see you again. Saw you on Saturday.
No, I got to see you on Saturday. And if you have not tuned in to Later with Mo Kelly tonight, I found out that I'm a condiment, according to real Mark Ronner. So you have to make sure that you check out the podcast so you catch that.
So people put you on hot dogs?
You can put me on hot dogs. You can put me on toast. You can spread me however you want.
Oh, my
That's
God.
your own
I'm walking
business.
to that one.
That's your own business. All right. So going to Saturday. Hop Keto Invitational was incredible. So it was the SoCal Hop Keto Invitational, correct? And the first one? First time?
First one, yep.
I have never experienced Hop Keto before. I have seen karate like you were talking about with the Karate Kid before. Never seen Hop Keto. Absolutely an incredible experience. If you have not seen exhibition, a competition,
demonstration, tournament,
but what's even cooler on top of it was then, because now, real quick, just to pull back the curtain, Hop Keto is based in Korean culture, correct?
Correct.
As opposed to karate is Japanese. Correct. Okay, just want to make sure everybody understands that. So we saw an exhibition from a group of incredible young people that was showing some of the arts and the performing culture of Hop Keto as well, of the Korean culture as well.
That was KEPA, Korean American Youth Performing Artists.
So it was well worth the $5. When we talked about it last week, you got to see Mo Kelly, who did not get to see much of it himself, only because
I was too busy orchestrating.
He was orchestrating, emceeing, reffing, you name it. He was calling the shots. It was incredible, but it was so much fun. So thank you again for having me out. But it was a great opportunity. Again, one of those last call, not quite free $99, but $5 to see an incredible performance.
It was a show.
It was a real show. And it was really, really impressive. From the itty bitty mini little teeny tiny little guys and girls all the way up through, and
the black belts were kicking ass and trying to kill each other.
They really were. And especially some of those exhibitions with the knives and the different staffs.
Cane, knife, gun defense. I'm thinking in short stick defense that I saw.
It was really good. So anyway, that was incredible. Good to be here. What I want to talk about is what's happening for me tomorrow and Friday and Saturday here in the Southlands. And tomorrow, if you happen to be going to Disneyland, you can be a part of this as well. So this is something that Gary Hoffman from the Gary and Shannon show here on KFI and I are very much into. And it is the Savannah Bananas, which is Banana Ball out of Georgia. And they are actually going to be doing Savannah Banana Days at Disneyland. So if you're not familiar with the origin of Banana Ball and Savannah Bananas, back in 2015, minor league baseball left Savannah, Georgia, and after 90 years leaving Grayson Stadium without a team, Jesse Cole and his wife Emily arrived with the ambitious goal of making baseball fun again and reviving the stadium's spirit. Long story short, it is this absolutely incredible 2-hour limit game that has a very strict set of rules. No stepping out of the batter's box, no bunting. Doing so actually gets you ejected from the game.
And we're showing it right now on our YouTube.
Yes, if you want to see it, in fact, you can actually see Mickey Mouse and Jesse right now, the man in the yellow tuxedo. He very much reminds me of Curious George and the man in the yellow hat, but this is a slightly dressed up version. But yeah, this is something that is so unique. And so it is 4 teams in the Banana Ball League currently. It started out with Savannah Bananas and their arch rivals, the Party Animals. Also, they have added the Firefighters and the Tailgaters to it. Allegedly, all 4 teams in Banana Ball will be at Disneyland tomorrow, and I will be finding out because I will be leaving here, getting a nap, as I was just talking about with Stafouche, and getting up at 5 a.m. and over to the Disneyland Resort to enjoy a lot of that. But if you have not seen the Savannah Bananas or the Party Animals or the Firefighters or the Tailgaters, then you've been living under a rock, because this is for me, the epitome of what baseball is meant to be. This is America's pastime, and these are incredibly talented athletes, predominantly men, but they're also gone co-ed in the last couple of years, since 2015. So there are quite a few really talented former Olympian women from the women's softball team. They also are playing. So it's a really, really fun thing, but tickets are only $40 for seats. And I'm going to be
that's reasonable.
Really reasonable. And even if you wanted the high end version, $75. And they're going to be playing at Anaheim Stadium. So Angel Stadium over in Anaheim. And then they will be back in September, and they'll be down at Petco Park in San Diego. So those are the 2 local ones. But last season, Gary Hoffman even found tickets for one of the resellers and literally hopped on a plane and flew up to either Sacramento or Santa Clara. I don't remember where they were performing or playing. it is kind of a performance. That's why I'm getting it a little bit tongue-tied here, because these guys sing, they dance, they perform, and they're incredible athletes. And you've got one of the players is actually on stilts. If you're watching YouTube right now, you can see exactly how fit these guys are. So if you're into that kind of thing, I don't know. I'll look in the chat in a minute, but these guys really put it out there, and they're equally as talented as Major League Baseball players, if not better.
I used to have abs like that.
I have no doubt in my mind. I tell you,
it was 1990. It was when I tested for my black belt to tie all this together.
Yeah,
so it was 9/27/97. That's when I last had a six pack. So.
And that was the initial, because you're fifth degree, correct?
Yeah.
So was that at fifth degree, or is that
no, it was the original.
The original black belt. But to think that you're fifth degree now, that's wild.
Yeah, it's been a lot of injuries and workais in between, but
I get
slowing down at my old age. Let me tell you.
You're compared to some of the other people in this building, you look fantastic.
I appreciate that, but it's hard to get out of the bed in the morning sometimes.
Sure, no, I feel that. But so anyway, if you want to see any of this fun and excitement going down at Disneyland, if you're not already have a reservation, there are still tickets available. If you're going to Disneyland, the game on Friday and Saturday are both sold out. So you might be able to find some resale tickets for that.
Sold out.
They sold out just like you were talking, like in minutes. So this is such a popular thing. And I think that's why I say it really is the best representation of quote unquote America's favorite pastime, baseball, because they play their hearts out, but they're also so versatile in the creativity that goes into it. So it's something that's very unique and different. If you want to see all the fun and excitement going down at Disneyland or this Friday and Saturday over at Anaheim Stadium, always check out Nick Poliokini and This Weekend with Nick on Instagram.
And this guy on the stilts. Oh my goodness.
No, it's wild. Like, it is 100% well worth checking out.
You couldn't pay me to get on stilts and then try to swing a bat and hit a ball and run down the baselines.
Well, the funniest part is, I apologize, I do not remember this player's name, but I do remember his story.
Look on YouTube.
He went and tried out, just like you would any type of baseball, any type of sports. He tried out for the team, and he was solid, but he wasn't great. He didn't shine. And they asked, well, do you have any special traits? And he goes, well, I can walk on stilts. And they said, well, can you hit a ball on stilts? And he said, I don't know, let's try it. So they literally, and that's his claim to fame. And so now he literally is with the Savannah Bananas, travels all around the country. And this, to me, the easiest description that I haven't hit on yet, if you love the Harlem Globetrotters, which are an incredible ambassador team for basketball, this would be baseball's version of the Harlem Globetrotters. The difference is Harlem Globetrotters is one team that takes on other teams.
No, they take on the Washington Generals. Correct. That's it.
Okay. You're not wrong.
Don't ask me how I know that, but they play the Washington Generals.
No, I get it. So anyway, long story long, yes, you can check these guys out. They're incredible. Savannah Bananas, the Party Animals, the Firefighters, and the Tailgaters will all be there. I love it. Even to the point that they're cheerleaders. They have the Banana Mamas, which are all, I believe, over 40 women.
Hey.
And then they have the
my age group.
The Man-Banas is the males. And let me tell you, these are dad bod extraordinary cheerleaders that are out there. So all of it's worth checking out. Again, Nick Poliokini, This Weekend with Nick on social media. And then you can also see them, Savannah Bananas, Party Animals, the whole nine on social media. And you can find that at the link in bio at Nick Poliokini, This Weekend with Nick.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We'll have more with Nick Poliokini as far as what's up with Nick in just a moment. We're live on YouTube, and I can't stress this enough because the show is growing by leaps and bounds. If you can see, if Nick is talking about it, then Daniel is showing you it instantaneously.
Yes.
Instantaneously. So you don't have to wonder about it. You don't have to rush to some other link to find it. Just come to YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly, lock us in, subscribe, like, and it makes it easier for you to join the party each and every night. It's off the chain in the Motown chat. Motown is where we live, evidently.
So and the Mo Migos
and the Mo Migos
live in Motown.
Yes.
I love this.
So, and you can watch the show as we talk about it. It's not abstract. It's in real time, and it's live on YouTube.
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Nick Poliokini. What's up with Nick is on to tell us all what he do. Nick Poliokini. What's up with Nick is on with free 99 for you. Nick Poliokini. What's up with Nick is on to give us fun things to do around SoCal. What's up with Nick is on with Mo Kelly and his crew.
KFI YouTube, Instagram, and the iHeartRadio app. It's Later with Mo Kelly, and I'm continuing to be joined in studio by Nick Pagliocchini. What's up, Nick?
What's up, brother? Let's go to San Diego, which I know that so many people in the chat enjoy when I talk about San Diego, Orange County, the Inland Empire. I've got a handful of those things available for you right now. But the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, that's where I took my mom and my nieces this past Sunday for Memorial Day holiday weekend. And it was incredible. And I had not been there since it used to be called the Wild Animal Park.
Yeah, now you're going back to my generation.
But I was saying, like, that's how we grew up. So you had the San Diego Zoo and you had the San Diego Wild Animal Park, which are both the same company, both the same family. But a number of years ago, they rebranded the San Diego Zoo Safari Park in Escondido, so North County, San Diego, out the 15, to the Safari Park. And it is legitimately that. You get so many opportunities to be able to check out all of these animals in a very open environment. So while there is a protection and barriers, you can see, if you're following us on YouTube right now at Mr. Mo Kelly, you can see there's a barrier between you and the animals. Here they get to roam free. And the thing is, the vast majority, if not every single one of the animals, other than being born in captivity, are all rescues. And I think that's the biggest thing that's really important to hammer home, is this isn't people going out and poaching animals. It's just, the same idea with SeaWorld these days. They're not going out and getting new animals. They're taking animals in that are rescues. They're taking animals in that need to be taken care of. A lot of times, it's been a good number of years, but there was even a period of time for the Wild Animal Park specifically, before becoming Safari Park, that they were actually taking retired Hollywood actors, quote unquote, animals, four-legged Hollywood actors, and they were being able to retire there. So, if you have not gone, it's really good. Now, I was able to get $76, got me season passes for my nieces, and they are 6 and 9. But even for me, it was less for me to take my nieces and my mother and myself and go there than to go to any of the local theme parks to us here. And we got to go on the African Tram, which takes you through the back area in Savannah. I would say, if you're looking for something new, fun, and different to do for summer, since we're almost there, I mean, we literally came out of Memorial Day, which is the unofficial holiday, beginning. This is a great opportunity for you to go check out, because it's both fun and educational.
I would want to go again, because obviously I haven't been since I was a child.
Sure.
Honestly, I wouldn't remember it. I wouldn't recognize any of it. But as we look at it on YouTube, it looks like a completely different experience than anything I remember.
100%. And I think the thing too, especially because both of my nieces are very into animals. Haley, my eldest, that's 9, she wants to get into, equine. So she wants to take care of horses specifically. And then Ella, who's my 6-year-old, she specifically is more into the smaller animals. She was in heaven with all the small wild cats, because she loves cats in general, domesticated cats.
Collecting Mark Runners.
But yeah, so I agree with you. Having not been since I was a kid, and going through and not just experiencing it again for the first time myself with the new Safari Park and everything else, but then taking the younger generation and watching it through their eyes. I have some incredible memories that were made. So it's definitely like that Inside Out from Disney. It's the core memories that are being made there. A couple other things that are coming up this week and this weekend in the Southland. One of my favorites, which unfortunately, because I will be dedicating my time to the Savannah Bananas, if you didn't catch that part, be sure to check out the podcast. You should definitely tune in to Later with Mo Kelly, 9:00 on Tuesdays when I get to join the team. And
we have the YouTube podcast.
You have the YouTube, so you can see the video component of it too, which is great. But Monsterpalooza is going off this weekend at the Pasadena Convention Center. This is one of the many events that I talk about because my birthday is Halloween and I'm a big fan of Halloween horror and haunt. But Monsterpalooza, what is even cooler is it's the art of monsters and movie magic. So it's not just scary things. You actually get to see some of these incredible Industrial Light and Magic, which used to be part of Lucas Limited. They always represented there. Even the new iterations and a lot of the incredibly talented makeup artists that are from that do show up at this event. So that's well worth your time to check it out. Relatively inexpensive, and it is so incredible, especially if you're looking for something. This year, they'll be offering the famous Monsterpalooza Museum, which is going to be featuring a lot of different private collections so people who have been in film or television, and they have some of these really epic masks and everything else. These people are opening up their homes and letting the collections go to the special museum that'll be at Monsterpalooza. That's in Pasadena at the Convention Center, and you can still get tickets. Also, we're coming up on Pride Month, so that is just around the corner. Out Loud Music Festival, WeHo Pride, is happening this weekend at West Hollywood Park. And what this has become more than anything is a music festival, a mini version of Coachella. So Saturday, it'll be Lizzo, Kim Petras, and a lot of other headliners. And then on Sunday, you've got Remy Wolf, Honey Dijon, and Paris Hilton, if you're into it. Even Rebecca Black will be there from It's Friday.
Hey, Paris was just here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, so all of this stuff, these are going down in West Hollywood Park or at West Hollywood Park for the Out Loud Music Festival. And then if you're looking for something in the Inland Empire, and I'm kind of excited, I might try to figure out how to get out there, even though I've got so much going on this week. The Beaumont Cherry Festival. Never even heard of it until I was doing a little bit of homework, but it starts Thursday, runs through Sunday, and it's at Noble Creek Regional Park out in Beaumont. So Beaumont is pretty much where the 10 and the 60 come together in the Inland Empire.
Is that San Bernardino?
It is San Bernardino County, correct?
Oh, county. Okay. But,
right. So it's San Bernardino County, but it's heading out toward Cabazon. So if you have ever been to any of the KFI Casino Morongo events,
yes,
it's closer than that. But you'll be able to, family night is on Thursday. And so that is from 5 until 9 p.m. Friday is from 5 to 11, Saturday at noon to 11, and Sunday from noon to 9. Again, it's in the IE, so it's a little warm. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, but the Inland Empire definitely a little bit hotter. The coolest thing that I saw, and I love, if you're familiar, one of the stations I worked with was KCAL, 96.7 KCAL rocks in the Inland Empire. And I was a part of Stu, Tiffany, and Jimbo, their morning show. And we got a lot of different artists because we used to do the KCAL Kagers. And Red Hot Cholo Peppers were one of the artists. So think of
Red Hot Cholo Peppers.
So think of the Red Hot Chili Peppers catalog with a Cholo spin. It's an incredible thing to see. So that's going on Thursday. You've got all sorts of different music acts. 80s Ladies, a female cover band of 80s music, is on Saturday. You've got Swift Nation, so a cover band for Taylor Swift, is on Sunday, and so much more. So you can get details about this and everything else checking out the link in bio at Nick Poliokini, This Week on Nick on social media. You can also check the show notes here for either the YouTube podcast or for the audio podcast with iHeartRadio.
It's perfect. You can check out the YouTube podcast. It is archived immediately after the show, so you can watch it whenever you want to watch it, and everything that you're seeing live right now on YouTube will be there later for you.
Right.
No pun intended. And you can find it and as if it were live in the moment.
And the biggest thing too, if you do any of these events I talk about, or there's anything else going on in the Southland, slide into my DMs. Let me know what's up. I always love checking out new things. I like finding out different areas for San Diego, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, Ventura, you name it. I, as Mo can attest, cover a lot of ground.
Yes, you do. And it was great seeing you this Saturday.
It was so much fun. Thank you again. And I really had a great time because supporting the local community is something that we all it got a little rough around 2020 when we had a pandemic and it was kind of odd. So getting out there and being a part of the community is so much more important. I think that's why I was so excited to sit there with the moms and dads watching their kids compete or having exhibitions.
Hearing the oohs and ahs from the kids.
It was amazing. And those kids, be they the little itty bitties or up through the 20-somethings, were so incredibly talented. So it really is well worth it. A very different and unique way to spend my Saturday. So
hope to do it again next year, but I hope to see you again very soon.
Oh, absolutely. You'll see me plenty.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. Thank you very much, Nick Poliokini. We're live everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, and the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mo Kelly, live everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, and the iHeartRadio app. And please tune in to the YouTube show. You get to see all the magic that Daniel, our video technical director, is creating as far as this video landscape. It's not a different show from the radio show. It's a different way for you to experience it. When I'm telling you about how people are running out of the studio to eat some cookies, you get to actually see it. It's not theater of the mind. It's actual video theater in front of you.
Those cookies are dangerous.
Oh, they're dangerous because they'll make you eat everything in the box.
Yeah.
Quite possibly some of the best cookies I've ever had.
Shouts out again to the Cookie Cafe. And the Cookie Cafe, they make breakfast burritos, hot pies.
What?
They do all types of goodies. So God bless you, good cookie making angels, for making this happen.
What's the website?
The website is thecookie.cafe. Wow, that's nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thecookie.cafe.
And shout out to Chris. He's so nice to bring us snacks.
He didn't bring us anything. They were already here.
Oh, they're already here?
Yep, they were here.
I was just holding on to him. I'm sorry. Dang.
No.
Make a man feel
Do not
bad.
give him credit for that. We had
They
another
have
bit of
quiche, sweet crepes, omelets. Oh, we have to have a brunch over here. We got to have a brunch.
Do a live remote?
Yeah, that means that Steph, you need to go get the food and bring it to us. That'll be your job.
Oh, brunchy time.
Where's their nearest location or the location?
30651 Thousand Oaks Boulevard, Unit H in Agoura
Thousand
Hills.
Oaks. Okay, that means Stephanie's going to have to drive.
Yeah, Thousand Oaks. Woo!
Yeah. That's not close.
That sounds like some Uber Eats.
Yeah.
That's you, food.
Uber Eats delivery.
That is all you, brother.
Yeah, that's not exactly close, but it'll be worth the drive. Very quickly, short segment. We often talk about Neuralink. That's supposed to be that brain chip that Elon Musk is creating, where you can control technology just with your thoughts. And I've always been skeptical because of the non-demonstration of the product. It's one thing if you're saying that it can do this, it can do that. It's another thing if you actually show us. Look, demonstrate to us that it actually works. But more times than not, all we get is this guy who had the Neuralink implant in his brain tell us about what it can do, or the range of motion, or the capabilities that it had. From what I read because they won't show us, this guy, Nolan Arbaugh, couldn't be left alone for 30 minutes. Now he says he can play online chess and perform other daily tasks despite becoming paralyzed after a diving accident in 2016. He says he can write an email by simply using thought. Well, wait a minute. If we're talking to that guy, why can't he just show us? Why
Why are you such a doubter?
Quote, I just have cursor control. So I'll go into my email, click around. I don't have to say anything. It's just I think I want to click, and it clicks whatever I want. And then after that, I will use either dictation, or I can use a virtual keyboard on my computer screen to type out whatever I want to say, close quote.
Yeah.
Can you just show us?
He has shown.
Isn't this from the same guy whose rocket just failed and whose cars keep getting recalled?
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same guy, but I don't believe that Elon Musk actually builds the cars or builds the rockets. He's not that type of engineer.
Oh, so he's just a figurehead.
Yeah,
He's
not
the
Tony Stark.
financier. He's the money man.
Okay.
He's not Tony Stark, and this Neuralink genius idea we're seeing the video here. He's literally Neuralinking right now.
Would you do it, Tuala? Would you get one?
If I was paraplegic, yes, I want a Neuralink. Plug my brain in.
So you'd take a Neuralink for a test drive while in a Waymo.
You know what? If I am paraplegic and I can no longer drive and I want to, get myself somewhere, yeah, I'm going to get in a Waymo, but I'm going to have a Waymo come my way by way of Neuralink. I'm going to let the Neuralink mind link to my phone or whatever, my app, straight to Waymo, come to me.
Can we be clear? Elon Musk is not Thomas Edison.
He didn't invent anything.
Right. He's facilitating the growth of these companies, which I think is admirable. He's had tremendous success in growing companies, but that's different from being, Steve Jobs, for example. You're not the creative driving force behind the technology in the sense of coming up with the ideas and then developing the ideas and the products which are associated with them. It's a big difference.
No one is giving props to Muskie on this. No one is giving him any props.
No, but when we refer to this, we say, this is Neuralink, Elon Musk company. Some people wrongly interpret that as that he is the creative genius behind it.
No.
Other than, maybe hiring the people, possibly.
Yeah, but these are also people who think he invented social media with his purchase of
no,
X.
No. That was more like Al Gore who invented the internet.
I'm so done with people.
I just think it's reasonable if you get a Neuralink in your head to expect it to catch on fire at some point.
You have to assume that a lot of people have to die for this thing to work.
No, all the monkeys already died. Remember we covered that.
No, I know that the monkeys, I'm talking about somebody as in people.
No, all the monkeys died. That was enough. The monkey trials were enough to go on and put it in this gentleman's head for him to be sitting here tapping out whatever he wants just by thinking about
I call BS, okay? It's a magic trick. There's someone on the other side of the screen typing on a keyboard.
That's so cold.
Rook 3 to knight 7.
Why are you trying to take this away from this man?
I'm sorry. Look, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a believer. I don't believe that he's using his thoughts to type on a keyboard. I don't believe that. Why? Because you're telling me there should be some way that you can demonstrate.
He has. We keep showing the video on YouTube of him bringing up stuff with his mind. What more do you need?
Proof.
Look, he's right now. This is him.
Okay, if you tune into the YouTube show, he's using his mind.
Right now they're showing the implantation.
Is he Penn or Teller in this? Because it's
at
not
that,
real.
Look at that thing. That is amazing. It's like a little chip, and it's
they're showing him playing.
They're showing him playing, and look, this is real. This is happening right now. Mo.
No, it's a predetermined string of moves on a video game.
Mo,
with the guy in the Neuralink. He's not doing anything.
It's a washer. They're putting a washer in the guy's skull.
This hate is unnecessary. Neuralink is yet another step towards our future that is helping these individuals to live a fully functioning life where they can communicate, don't need any help typing something out. You're not to say, hey, send this message to Mo. No, you can Neuralink that message to Mo.
Why can't he do something? Use it like the clapper, like clap his tongue or something. Click his tongue. Turn on the lights or something.
I want to see somebody behave like in the Scanners
on,
movie.
Clap on, clap
you
off
are so
the
wrong.
clapper.
No, you're so wrong. That is wrong.
Why is that wrong?
Oh, man.
It's all about science.
Yeah, make it useful.
Don't you think that the world would benefit from a mouth clapper?
A mouth clapper.
A mouth clapper.
Yeah, you got to use your mouth. You can't use his hands to clap. He's a paraplegic.
Sync it with your Internet of
Or
Things at home.
quadriplegic.
Use your Neuralink to start up the air fryer.
What?
Yeah, demonstrate something useful.
Yeah.
Why would I have a Neuralink to play chess with a computer?
He's also sending out emails and stuff. He's typing out messages. He's doing all type of things. He's scanning the internet, looking stuff up. He's doing everything that you and I do.
So he
on
can
the
send
computer.
spam from the Neuralink now. Science marches on, doesn't it? Spam from the Neuralink.
Yeah.
Honey, turn off the light.
Has this ever happened to you? Presenting the Clapper. Lets your appliances turn on and off just by clapping. Clap on the music. It's easy. Just plug the Clapper into any household outlet, then plug in your lamp, TV, or stereo.
Clap on, clap off.
For places hard to reach, the Clapper makes it easy. Plus, the Clapper comes with an extra feature to make your home more secure. Turn to the away function, and your lights turn on at the first sound it hears. Minutes later, they turn off. And the Clapper resets to help protect your home. Leave your appliances plugged into the Clapper, and your lights will go on, turning away unwanted guests.
Clap on, clap off. The Clapper.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Hey, don't laugh at technology.
I'm not. I'm just thinking instead of clapping, this one you got to throw a Nazi salute. Oh, don't
Mark
act
Runner.
like I'm the one who did it.
Was Mark Runner.
He's on film.
Keep the camera on Mark Runner.
He's on film
camera
doing
on
it.
Mark Runner.
Don't blame the
We
victim.
won't have that because I get the hate mail. I get your hate mail. I get Tuwala's hate mail. They say, that Mark Runner, I want you to tell, I'm being serious now. You need to tell Mark Runner that you need to tell Tuwala. No, I don't pass on messages. Put out your social media.
You're not a note keeper.
You're worried about mail from people defending a Nazi salute?
No, I'm just saying I don't want to hear it from them for something you said one way or the other.
Tell them to go away, Max Schnell.
Police eye! Police eye!
Nine.
What's German for news?
I don't know.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640, YouTube, Instagram. It's Later with Mo Kelly, live everywhere. Let's check in with George Norrie, Coast to Coast AM, coming up in just a few moments. George, how was your Memorial Day holiday? We spoke briefly yesterday, but how was it overall?
Well, we worked and we did some great shows, and I had a great time. And we paid tribute to our troops, fallen and otherwise, and that's what it's all about, Mo.
Quick question. What's your favorite hip-hop artist? Is it Kendrick Lamar?
Who?
Old Dirty Bastard?
Who?
Wu-Tang.
LL Cool J.
Okay.
I met him.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
met him. He walked right past me one day and went, "Hi, cool." You like that?
It's LL, but that's okay. What's on the show tonight, George?
Tonight, pharmacist Ben Fuchs from criticalhealthnews.com joins us, and then later on, we're going to talk about after-death communications on Coast to Coast.
Hip-hop maven, George Norrie.
Who? You're setting me up. You're
No,
setting
I'm
me
not.
up.
I'm not. It's a genuine question.
I'm going to get you.
Yes, you are. Bye.
All right.
Here's my final thought, and it's been swimming around my head for a while, but I think now is the time to talk about it. In today's political climate, I often encounter people who blindly support whatever the party leadership supports. No real understanding of actual issues, just blind support. No consideration of whether something is an actual principle or just a naked political act. I'm real big on principles, but I bet you didn't know this. As of 2020 and since, Liberty University was the fourth fastest growing endowment in the country and outpaced all Ivy League schools. And you don't have to take my word for it. That comes straight from the university website. And Christians don't ever lie, so it must be true. Liberty University also has 600 students from 75 different countries. Liberty University's then president, Jerry Falwell Jr., pumped millions of the nonprofit religious institutions' funds into Republican causes and efforts to promote the Trump administration. And Falwell formally endorsed Trump in the 2020 cycle. Liberty University receives close to $1 billion in federal funding. You know, Pell Grants, financial aid packages, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. It also spent more than $200,000 in lobbying just last year. And although it's a private Christian university, it is and has always been overtly political and anti-Democratic Party politicians and their causes. None of what I just told you is illegal, nor is it debatable. BYU's endowment is 50% healthier than Liberty's and features double the amount of foreign students. But publicly, BYU is politically neutral. Like I said at the beginning, I'm real big on principles, and I'm really, really, really big on people answering simple yes-no questions. So here we go. Here's the question, and it's a very simple one. Is it now acceptable for sitting presidents to go after individual universities or institutions for not being in political alignment with him being the president? Of course, I'm making a comparison to the Trump administration and Harvard University. But before you answer, remember this. Supposedly, this was always and only about whether Harvard had addressed the alleged anti-Semitism on its campus in the wake of the pro-Palestine and Gaza protests in recent history, protecting Jewish students. But there were no federal lawsuits levied against Harvard by the DOJ Civil Rights Division, which is designed to address exactly those things. Just trust me. I studied this. There were no federal criminal charges against any staff or university administration official as to criminal conduct. To put it another way, there was nothing that anyone could point to as wrongdoing on the part of Harvard in a civil or criminal sense on a federal level. So there's no legal predicate here. Not illegal, not a civil rights violation. No laws were involved here. So that only leaves, say it with me, politics. Just politics. So back to my simple yes-no question. Is it now acceptable for sitting presidents to go after individual universities for not being in political alignment with him, the president? I'm talking about the person. Not the law, but the person or personal politics. Because this would mean the next Democratic president, and there will be one someday, but the next Democratic president could conceivably strip Liberty University of its $750 million in federal funding, or say not teaching about the gay rights movement, or not teaching critical race theory. Oh my God. You'd be okay with that, right? Or we could say Liberty losing all of its federal funding for not handing over conduct records of its international students when demanded, regardless of reason. You'd be okay with that, right? Or how about this? Try to strip Liberty of its tax status as a nonprofit, tax-exempt institution for engaging in political lobbying, which I said it did, and endorsement of political candidates, which it did, and it's part of the public record. You'd be okay with that, right? Because all of that has been attempted by the Trump administration with Harvard. Just talking about apples to apples. I know, that must be different. No, it isn't. Like I said, no law has been broken, no legal implication involved, except for the countersuits by the university against the president. These are super simple questions because I need to know if your support is for the principles or just the person and their politics. Because you can't support President Trump's personal war against Harvard on principle and also not see how Liberty University, just for example, could be ended and forced to close its doors for good, just by using the same yardstick and same tactics. And because it just seems to me, and maybe I'm wrong, doubt it, but it just seems to me that some people just like freedom of speech just as long as you get to tell people what they're free to say. It seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like you're okay with private universities having autonomy and being able to enroll foreign students just as long as the federal government and the president that you like dictate the terms. Be clear, we're not talking about visas. The federal government has told Harvard University it cannot enroll international students without its approval. That's wholly different from visas. We're talking about enrollment. Are you ready to lie to me tonight and say that you would have been okay with Joe Biden telling Liberty University who it can or can't admit or enroll at the institution? Go ahead, lie to me. It's like the whole idea of small government / government overreach is not really a principle, but a clothing style, which might change with the season. Stylish today, maybe not after next election. To support this war on Harvard on the supposed merits and not blind allegiance to one person is to suggest that Liberty University, among others, they're fair pickings to endure the same in the future. I personally don't care. I have no educational dog in this fight. I didn't go to Harvard, but I do care about the implications. I have no idea if this is connected to the rumor that Barron Trump was denied admission to Harvard. I don't know if this is revenge for the dissolution of Trump University. I don't know. But here's what I do know, that there's a reason that the phrase, quote unquote, dangerous precedent exists. If you can't stand on principle, you can't stand at all. And principle doesn't only work in one direction, because that's a boy band, not a form of governance. For KFI AM 640, I'm Mo Kelly.
Heard any of our secret mind control hidden messages recently? No? That's because we're really good at it.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.